Hey y'all, good morning. This is Shanti coming to you with another video here on my channel with Shanti J Speaks. I just wanted to get on here because it's been a huge minute since I've been posting any videos. There has been a lot going on in my life and in the lives of others that surround me. But this morning I woke up and I said, I'm going to make a video, and God told me to relay the message to you guys that some of us are in situations or situationships, and we're asking God for a baby, but God is protecting you from doing that with this person or whoever this person may be. And oftentimes we wonder, like, well, God, why are you punishing me? Why are you doing this to me? We're happy and, we want this kid. But honestly, truly, is this the person that God wants you to be with? Is this the person that God wants you to share the rest of your life with? Is this a person that God wants you to have a child with, to have this experience with? Because maybe God sees something that you don't see. Maybe He hears the conversations that you don't hear. Maybe He sees the actions of the individual and that you may not see right away. But God is protecting you. So we find ourselves asking God, why is this not happening for me? Why am I not having a baby? Why do I keep having losses? And I challenge you to think about it. Is this the person that you're supposed to be with? Did you pray and ask God, is this the person that you're supposed to be with? Because honestly, God's rejection could be your protection. And I say that because I said a lot of things have went on in the last couple of months since I haven't been posting, and I have truly been shown that God has been protecting me this entire time. So I woke up this morning and I was thinking, God was protecting me. He was protecting me from the hurt. He was protecting me from the pain. He was protecting me from a lot of different things. And many of you, God has been protecting you as well. He may be protecting you from being a single parent. He may be protecting you for being abused or misused or mistreated once you have this child. He may be protecting you from things that you don't even know about. But trust God. Trust His timing. Trust that He has His best interest for you. I had a couple of my ladies become pregnant over these last couple of months, and it's such a joy just to see that they go through so much and to persevere, and God brings them through and blesses them, not just once but twice. He blesses them, and it's just an amazing thing to see. And at first I was like, well, when is it going to be my time? But you know what? My time is an appointed time, and so is yours. God's rejection could be your protection. It really could be. And for us to look beyond the now and be in the future and have to look back and be like, wow, God, that's what you was protecting me from? But right now we don't understand it. Right now we are angry. Right now we want a baby. Right now we want to be in control. Right now we want to have our relationships, and right now we want to have our boyfriends, and right now we want to be married, have kids, white picket fence, and wah. But is it the right time for you? I challenge you to pray and ask God, what is the right time for you? When would be the right time for you? Is this the right mate that you have? And if it's not, how do you eliminate the situation so that God can bless you with more? A lot of times we, as women, we cling on, we just hold on to somebody so much. We hold on to certain things so much. And it's like, what are we holding on to if it's still slipping through our fingers? If you are holding on to something and it's slipping through your fingers, let's just take water, for example. If you put water in your hand, it'll eventually seep through the cracks of your hand, causing the water to exit out of your hand, no longer having the water in it. So if you're holding on to a relationship, if you're holding on to a hope, if you're holding on to a hope of someone changing, then I will ask God, are they really trying to change? Because people can say anything and tell you, yeah, I'm changing. Yeah, I'm changing for the better. Yeah. But are they changing for the better of you? Will their change benefit you? Will their change be positive to you? Because sometimes people change and they realize that the person that had their back the whole time, they don't want them anymore. They don't need them anymore. So, we have these piggybackers is what I call them. And we have to be mindful of the fact that not everybody is a piggybacker, guys. Not every woman is a piggybacker. Not every man is a piggybacker. And I am going to start talking to the men more on my channel as well, because over the last couple of months when I looked at my inbox, I did have men reaching out to me, and even though it was regarding their women, they still watch the channel and they watch for information, and I want to get the information out to everybody that needs the information. So men and women, there are piggybackers out there, but you have to trust that you are with someone who's compatible with you, that you're with someone who shares the same goals, the same values, the same beliefs, the same dreams as you. Now, give or take, the dreams can vary, but you guys should have the same focus, the same vision. So if one person is going one way and the other person is going the other way, then guess what? Eventually it's not going to work. And when we talk about a baby being in that situation, with one person going this way, the other person going that way, the baby is left right in the middle. So I don't want us to be going into the next year, 2022, and we are having kids just to say we are having kids. We're having babies just to say we're having babies, but we're not happy in our relationships with the father. We have to live in separate homes because the mother or father is not acting the way they should be, or not holding up their end of the deal. It's time out for that. It's time out for that. And if we do it God's way, then we won't have all these failures and all these faults. But the problem is, guys, we do it our way. I'm guilty. I know you guys are guilty too, but we need to start doing it God's way, because He already has everything set in place for us. So with that being said, a lot of times when you're single, or when you're finding yourself alone, those are the times to dig deep. Those are the times to find out more about yourself. Those are the times to find out what you like, what you don't like, and what you like now, and what you didn't like then, and all these other things. Because a lot of things that we liked are from our parents. A lot of things that we liked as far as food, we got as nourishment from our parents to eat. But what if you don't like those things anymore? What if it's just meant for you to get out, travel the world, see the world, taste different foods, enjoy new people, and just have fun and live life? What if that is your purpose right now? And here we are stressing about our babies and having babies and things like that. I'm going to give you a brief introduction to my next couple of videos, and in hopes that it will help somebody. I'm not doing this to shame anybody. I'm not doing this to put shame on myself or guilt on myself, but I hope that it will help somebody, and that's the only reason why I make these videos. So going through a separation with my husband, it has been a serious challenge, and I know a lot of people have been going through separations because of different reasons, and then COVID just flipped everything upside down. But it had me to realize I've been in this thing for 9 years, and when I decided to separate myself, it was a hard decision, because I was deciding to separate myself not having any children to show for it, not leaving the marriage with anything as far as babies is concerned. Out of all the time that I put in, out of all the struggle, all the pain, all the strife, everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, and we had some really good times, and me and him are still friends. But it's just like, it comes to a point where your peace is the most important thing to you, that you won't give it up for anything or anyone. And when it comes to your peace, that goes with the babies too. So I'm sitting here telling you that during my separation, I thought about, wow, no kids, God, really? I've been faithful. I've been a good wife. I've been studying your word. I've been reading your word. I've been doing everything that you told me to do. I've been, trying to do this and trying to do that, trying to be the best that I can be in this element that I've been given. And yet I have to walk away with no children to show for it. And that's when I woke up this morning and God was like, I was protecting you, daughter. And I was like, oh my God, tears came to my eyes, y'all. And I was like, I have to get on this camera and make this video, even though it's been months since I made a video. But God's rejection is your protection, and I could not let that go. God's rejection is your protection. Plenty of times God closes that door and we go back to that door and we just knocking and we just knocking and we just knocking and we twisting the knob is locked, we yanking on the door, and God has already shut the door. He has already closed off your access to that door. And yet here we are, still banging, still knocking, still trying, still hoping, still crying, still weeping. And it's because we're used to the familiarity, I can't even say it, of what we were used to. We were used to having someone there. We were used to, having that companion to lay next to at night. We were used to that. That's something that we got accustomed to. And then when it begins to get stripped from you, it feels like death. It really does. But to be honest, I wouldn't have it any other way. Because right now, I think back with the loss that I had and then the loss that I shared after that. And I just kept wondering to myself, why is this happening to me, God? Are you punishing me? Are you punishing me? What did I do? I've been a servant. I've been doing the will of God. What did I do to deserve this? And the truth of the matter is, guys, nothing. I did everything to deserve what he was doing for me, and that was protect me. And as far as, just the relationship in general, my husband and I both wanted this baby, but it came to the point where God was not going to put a baby, a blessing, in the midst of chaos, in the midst of a lot of other things going on, in the midst of, disrespect, in the midst of not seeing eye to eye, in the midst of not working as a team, in the midst of not being companions and partners as we should. So to ask for a baby, I know God was probably like, are y'all kidding me? Y'all think a baby gonna fix this? Oh no. Y'all need to come to me. Y'all need to seek a godly counsel. And that's what we did. And so when I say I woke up with tears in my eyes because it was just a revelation that just hit me right in my face, it was like, oh my God, I have been trying to keep this thing going for a long time. I have been putting in every effort. I have been putting in all of my blood, sweat, and tears, only to find out that we needed to go our separate ways. Now think about this for a second. If we had to go our separate ways, who would the baby end up with? More than likely, the mom, me, right? And because we're not seeing eye to eye on a lot of things, especially financially, who would be the one begging for help? Not saying that he wouldn't help me in a sense of the child, to care for the child, in a sense of providing financially, but what if there's some extras that are needed? I would have to call and ask for extras. That probably would have been a problem because of the situations that we had going on right now. So I don't want to make this a long video, but just know that God's rejection is your protection. At the end of the day, like when things don't work out, sometimes we should say, thank you, God. Thank you for what didn't work out. Honestly, I would never recommend ever having a baby to try to keep somebody, or having a baby to try to corner somebody, because it just won't work. Not to mention that you will put yourself in more of a risk to be alone. You'll put yourself in more of a risk to be stressed. You put yourself at more of a risk because you're trying to manipulate a situation that does not need manipulation. So I urge you ladies, if you are, you know, looking for a guy to have a kid with, if you're looking for a guy to have a relationship with, if you're looking for a guy, stop. Because he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. And it says he who findeth a wife, but that's really he who findeth a woman who is actually already a wife. So women, when we are single, in our singleness, we are supposed to be doing the work on ourselves so that we can become the wife before he even meets us. And he who finds a wife. So how can he find a wife if she's already a wife? No, he has to find her. And it's a lot of women out here, but very few are wives. Very few are capable of being wives. And, you know, it's a lot of husbands out here, a lot of Boazes, but very few of them are ready. Well, I'm not gonna say very few. A lot of men are not ready to be married. They want the idea of marriage, but the work of marriage, they don't want to put in the work for that. So this goes back to my topic about the baby situation. If you have a partner who's not willing to put in the work with you now, and it's just you and them, then I can't even imagine what it would be like if you were to get pregnant and have a baby. So we have to analyze our situations better. We have to give it a little bit more time to let a person's true identity unfold before you lay down with this person. Give it time for a friendship to grow so that you know the do's and don'ts of the friendship. Don't wait until you have a baby to try to learn your partner. That is the worst time. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. It's already been 20 minutes on this video already, and time just goes by so fast. But I just had to get up out my bed and tell you guys what I was feeling about. But at the end of the day, we have to be mindful of a few things. One, God's will for our lives. What does God want for our life? Who does God want us to be with for our life? Partners. Is it even meant for us to have kids in this lifetime? Because a lot of us, we're trying, and maybe it's just not meant for us to have our own physical babies. But maybe there's babies that God has already assigned to us. Children that's already assigned to us that we can be mothers over, that we can be stewards over, that we can give a motherhood like figure to. And God has already started to bless me in this way. I mean, children all over. When it comes to Sunday school, my dance team, people's kids, my cousin's kids, my friends' kids, everybody gravitates to me as either auntie or their second mom. And I love it. I love it because I can spoil them and I can give them back. So, yeah, guys, I just miss you guys so much. I miss talking on this channel. I miss, giving you guys my insight on things. So I will be having more videos to come. So stay tuned. All right. See ya.